water, folks, man. Everyone in this league has an off night. And it is, what are you going to do about it? Work harder or pout like a...
Work harder. Shoot, I'm going to be a half hour early to the next shoot-around, man.
That's it. Now let's go celebrate.
Come on. Who died? You look a little nervous.
Well, I heard it's never a good thing to be called into the GM's office, especially the day your 10-day contract is up. So if you're going to release me, I would just appreciate it if you did it quickly.
I'm going to be brutally honest, kid. You haven't done enough to secure a regular roster spot.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, wait. You have done enough to secure another 10-day contract, though.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm going to give you another shot to prove you belong in this league permanently, huh?
Hey, you won't regret it either. I'm going to make it awfully hard for you to let me go.
I hope so. Look, the contract's on my secretary's desk. You go sign that on your way out. Get out of here.
All right, thank you.
All right. Where's my lunch?
We are in Toronto, Ontario, where the Raptors look to take one from a Western Conference team here at the Air Canada Centre. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr. The Raptors. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Blake Griffin. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Crawford and Barnes filling out the wings. Spencer Hawes out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Paul in at the one spot. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. Spencer Hawes, an early candidate last season for most improved player, but his hot shooting steadily tailed off, Steve, with the Sixers last year.
Yeah, month after month, his field goal percentage and three-point percentage has dropped. But I thought he found new life when he was traded to the Cavs. Remember, when you're on a bad team, you're losing night after night. It can be disheartening. I think that might have been some of what we saw with Hawes and his numbers declining.
And it's Pope in for the Raptors. And we saw him out here a while back, had to fight to get his shot, but he impressed the team enough to get another 10-day contract.
Well, you have to take it a step at a time if you're in this situation. And as much as he'd like to start celebrating, he needs to keep his focus and continue to find ways to help his team out.
And his old high school coach is an attendee at today's game, Clark. I believe they still stay in close contact, even though he's now in the NBA.
And, you always have to keep perspective by remembering where you came from, no matter what you're doing, but certainly in the NBA. And it's nice to see that he does that by still staying in touch with his old coach. And Hall's a free agent this offseason. Playing well over the last 3 seasons, he was a safe bet to get a nice new contract. Big guys with his skill level, they get paid in this league.
Raptors trail by 4. Ross kicks to Pope. Great look there, but off target.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Paul outside. There's a screen. Hawes the pass to Paul. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Hawes, a rare skill set. Not that many 7-footers who can shoot from 3-point range the way he can. As much as teams value threes nowadays, not surprising he commanded a nice payday in free agency. Glenn Davis suffered that broken bone to his foot towards the end of the 2013 season, and that motivated him to slim down. He got down to the lightest weight he'd been since 8th grade, believe it or not, and still one of the strongest players in the league.
And the Raptors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he gets it to go. Dudley's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Pope kicks to Vasquez. Pass to Pope. Unloads. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Paul dishes to Dudley. Back to Paul. Redick inside the line. And no good trying to get that one. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. Johnson comes in for James Johnson. Ross, he's checked in for Vasquez. And it's Pope in for Kyle Lowry. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Jared Dudley's checked in for Matt Barnes. And Paul's subbed in for J.J. Redick. Setting the floor for the Clippers, CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. Glenn Davis out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Hawes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Well, that's fine, but you can't really count on those to go. I think they should be fighting their way inside for higher percentage looks.
There's 49 seconds left here in the second.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Now here's Paul. He's covered by Pope. Crawford, no one around him. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. Raptors trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
I tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
Crawford outside. The pass to Paul. Stolen away. Ross kicks to Pope. Shot to stop the run. Here's Johnson. And that concludes the first half. Clippers lead by 13.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here.
All right, everyone's eyes up here. If we're going to send these fans home happy, we've got to go over some things. I don't want to see them on the free throw line nearly as much in the second half as they were in the first.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gets. Toronto. Amir Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Vasquez in for Lou Williams. And then for Los Angeles, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Vasquez out there with Lowry. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's Amir Johnson, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005. His 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.
And, you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop, not only athletically, but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and has really rounded into a valuable player now.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Amir Johnson, quietly one of the Raptors' best players. Steve, a very good player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's a plus-minus stud for this team. He's a high-percentage scorer who also defends at a very high level. So this is a good two-way player.
It's tipped. Paul with the steal. Dishes it to Barnes. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Barnes. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
1:36 left in the third quarter. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, the Clippers were sold this offseason for a staggering $2 billion. That's about 4 times more than the Kings sold for 1 year prior, and more than 7 times what the Sixers sold for in 2011. What happened? About a third of the league's teams have sold within the last 5 years. As they've sold out guys, it's becoming a seller's market.
Only so many teams to go around, Doris. Thanks.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Now here's Paul. He's covered closely. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days. This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Redick for 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. It's stolen by DeRozan.
Should probably use a little clock here.
Yep, make this the very last possession.
Pope's shot is good.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
And Griffin slams it in.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Pope. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Clippers ahead, just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly. Some changes for Toronto. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Johnson. And Landry Fields subbed in for Williams. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Paul's checked in. Setting the floor for the Clippers. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Jared Dudley out there with Glenn Davis. And it's Jordan. And Toronto making a change. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. Captain Clutch was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Paul. He kicks to Dudley. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. Crawford outside. Paul outside. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Davis kicks to Crawford. Crawford left side. And he banks in the layup. Crawford's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Here's Ross. And again, Toronto no luck.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backboard. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Jordan with a screen on Ross. Crawford dishes to Jordan. He got right to the cup using that screen.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Ross passes to Pope. Here's Fields. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Toronto, Canada, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. And we know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in the T-Dot for a celebration of basketball.
No good on the free throw. And Toronto, guys, not necessarily viewed as a free agent destination in the NBA. But, Steve, it's a diverse city with a lot to offer.
And not least of which, Kevin, a vibrant nightlife, which I know you have enjoyed on occasion. But, look, the Raptors, they have a terrific home record, particularly on Sunday matinee games. A lot of speculation that visiting players maybe were out a little bit too late the night before. Who knows? Maybe you even ran into them.
Steve, where are you getting this stuff from, man?
Thanks,
are
Clark.
reaching.
Clark and I are watching tape is what we're doing, right?
That's
we're
exactly what we're doing.
Get ready for the broadcast.
Enjoying the 4 walls of the hotel room.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Paul goes in. Davis kicks to Hawes. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
The feed to Fields. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
And Hayes kicks to Fields. Here's Pope. Bullock with the rebound.
So many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Paul kicks to Dudley. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles. And for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in L.A., folks, only 6 times have they finished the regular season with a better winning percentage than the Lakers. Man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in L.A. land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team, the Clippers.
Here's Pope. Drains it from 17 feet out.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Clippers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
This win will give them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
Yeah, Steve, it'll mean a lot to them just the same, though. Anytime you go undefeated against an opponent, that's a sweet feeling.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Paul. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Farmar's checked in. And guys, for the Clippers, acquiring coach Doc Rivers from the Celtics in exchange for a draft pick. In Boston, he'd been the 2nd longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich.
But rather than rebuild, I think he wanted to go for another ring in L.A. He's got a lot of authority, final say on personnel decisions. So Doc has really put his stamp on this team.
And it's Captain Clutch with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Jordan Farmer, 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the Raptors making a change here. No good on the second free throw. Rebounded by Dudley.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And time now to go courtside as we send you over.
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin. And Blake, the team was really clicking out here tonight. How does it feel to be able to play like this?
It was great. You know, the best part about it is how everybody was playing. You know, we were all in our best game, and we all played well, and that's what we did tonight, and that's what's promising.
Thanks for your time, Blake. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Rook, keep your head up.
Oh, whoa, Coach Rivers. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I ain't played very well.
Everybody has down nights. Don't dwell on it. I've seen you play. You've got game. You'll bounce back. Just keep working hard.
I will, for sure. Thanks again. It's the man, the myth, the high school coaching legend.
No, not as good as a coach since I lost you a few years back. It's funny how coaches get better when they actually have good players on their team.
Man, forget that noise. You taught me everything I know.
You're like a sponge. And it's paid off for you. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, Coach.
I hit the showers. I can smell you from here.
All right, man. I gotta get fresh.
All right, sounds good.
The Toronto skyline gleaming in the dark night sky. The Raptors look to take charge at the Air Canada Centre here in downtown Toronto. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss. For Toronto, Amir Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Vasquez comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Pope in for Kyle Lowry. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. On the court for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Boris Diaw is out there with Splitter. And it's Pope.
DeMar DeRozan is starting to piece it together. I mean, we see him up in his scoring average. He's shooting it better. He's passing the ball with more confidence. He's becoming more efficient. You know, after a big extension from the Raptors, I think they've got to be pleased with his progress.
Here's Pope, covered by Parker. Pope kicks to Vasquez. He feeds it to DeRozan. Passes it to Johnson. Clock at 6. Vasquez passes to DeRozan. San Antonio with the rebound. Splitter's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Johnson kicks to Vasquez. It's stolen by Green. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. And Parker, here we go. Splitter. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Splitter's got 6 points.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Pope kicks to Patterson. Pass to Pope. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Patterson gets a screen from Pope. On the wing, DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Green gets it to go.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Vasquez passes to Pope. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Captain Clutch's got his first 2 points of the night.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Dishes it to Leonard. From the arc, the shot is off. And here's Vasquez. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He tries for 3. Shot's good. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Into Green. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Toronto ahead, up by 2. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. It's going out now with a whole new group. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Splitter is checked in for Duncan. Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Joseph in for Patty Mills. Pope in at point guard. DeRozan out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Vasquez in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling they're rooted in the West and contending for championships.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, DeMar DeRozan with great size at the shooting guard position. Recently, he's looked to exploit that advantage in the post. He said, quote, I look at guys like Kobe, and as they started to get older, they got better in the low block. I looked at it as, quote, if I get better at it now, that's going to be a benefit for me later. Guys, he's already seeing the dividends paid.
Getting close-range buckets and getting to the line, Doris, that's helping his efficiency. Thanks. And guys, you know, if you look at the dominance for the Spurs, they have found younger players like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, Steve, to keep them on top.
Yeah, and then Popovich does such a good job of preserving their veterans, keeping their minutes down and resting them for the playoffs. So Popovich and the Spurs really kind of wrote the book on managing the regular season.
Diaw dishes to Green. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the feed to Splitter. An easy 2 points on the layup. Splitter's got the lead up to 1 now for the Spurs.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
No good from Pope.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Green, no luck. Toronto's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. The Spurs making a switch here.
Into the lineup, the Spurs.
17 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Splitter. Right block shot. A 3 ball. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Parker. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter. Got it up. No luck. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Spurs out in front. Scoring 10 unanswered to finish off the quarter. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. But it could have...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Nice numbers from Lowry.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lowry kicks to Ross. There's the dish to DeRozan. For the tie. And that's good. Terrence Ross for 3. Ross has got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Well, head coach Greg Popovich, a big believer in what he calls corporate knowledge. He knew he breeds success through players truly understanding the system at a deep level.
Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Feeds it to Mills. Sinks that one from the post. Mills has got his first 2 points.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Pope the pass to DeRozan. Here's Pope for the lead. That is good. Captain Clutch has got his 3rd basket of the night.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Mills dishes to Green. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Shot's good by Mills. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this. Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
It was a very one-sided matchup last year, that's for sure. They came up empty against this club on the road and in the game played in their home building.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. He dishes it to Bellinelli. He kicks it to Green. Here's Mills. Duncan trying to break loose. And another basket for San Antonio. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Ross kicks to Pope. Tries a three. Bellinelli pulls it in. San Antonio leading. Pass to Mills. Over in the corner, Green. Kicks to Duncan. From the low block, and it's good off the glass. Duncan's got 6 in the quarter. Here's Pope. And that's not going to go. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
Hey, Mr. Venner.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm. Some changes here for the Raptors. Valanciunas comes in for Amir Johnson. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Vasquez. Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Patterson in the middle. Lowry and Williams, the guards. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
The Raptors making a switch here.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Boy, that was a tough one because if that goes down, you tie the score.
And you know they wanted it to go down. They put together a nice run. That would have tied it.
The offensive rebound and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark and some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win. You know, as soon as he got an opening, he let it fly. That was a big shot there.
Patterson down low. He's against Splitter. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way.
Complete domination. What a game for Green. 9 points and a couple of nice steals, too. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Well, he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
Put it behind you now. Get ready to go. You're up. Let's go.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Harker. And so he draws the foul on the shot. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Kobe's checked in for Kyle Lowry. It's the first, and that gives them the lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
DeRozan passes to Pope. Drops in the layup for 2. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Parker outside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Passes it to DeRozan. Here's Pope. Lets the three fly. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Oh, he's just launching from the three-point line right now because I don't like his shot selection at all.
Green kicks to Parker. They set the pick. Back to Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 9 points here in the second half. Green against Williams. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good from Pope.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Parker. It's in!
Man, Parker can be an offensive force when he gets going like this.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
Yeah, zero tolerance for mistakes here. Check out the game for Captain Clutch. He has 12 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
Here's Parker. There's the block.
Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Yeah, every possession is necessary.
No good from Pope.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Williams in the post, guarded by Green. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. And the officials are calling a technical foul here. You don't see this too often, but they tried to call for a timeout when they had none left.
I'm not sure I remember the last time I've seen this happen. And the strangest thing is that the players and the coaches will immediately acknowledge the situation in the huddle during the final timeout, but somebody's got a mixed signal there.
And that's why we hardly ever see this, but I guess the message didn't come across that time. Here's Parker, and there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm here with Tim
Looks like someone stole your puppy.
Yeah, man, shoot, we had that in our back pocket and let it get away.
You want to hear a secret?
Yeah, sure.
The key to lasting in this league is never getting too high when you win and never getting too low when you lose.
So the loss don't mean anything?
Of course it means something. It means I need to learn from it and move on. Every loss is like an anchor on a rope. You let it go or it's going to drown you. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
A beautiful view here of the rapid developments in City Place on the shores of Toronto Harbor. On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Washington Wizards are ready for this thing to get...
Wake up, son.
He's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. And it's Webster in for Paul Pierce. So the Wizards 5 right now. Beal and Webster out on the perimeter. Kevin Seraphin is out there with Humphries. And it's Wall in at the point. That drops. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Wizards.
And what really stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they're passing the ball. This is a club that is very unselfish.
Excellent use of the screen that time.
Wow, just a tremendous...
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Randy Whitman gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. And you factor in his motor, he can really impact the game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Thanks again, Doris. So for the Wizards, their last game, a win against Orlando.
Well, that one was a very physical game, and it played right into their hands. You know, a lot of their points came at the foul line, Clark.
Yeah, and it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So don't forget about that part of it either.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Toronto. Vasquez comes in for Kyle Lowry. And a switcher also for Washington. Miller's checked in. Outside, Wall. Dishes it to Webster. Johnson against Humphries. Passes to Webster. Three-pointer. Shot is no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game.
Out to the wing. Back to Wall. Wall draws the double. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Miller penetrating. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors leading by 13. Johnson can't get it to go.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's DeRozan. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Raptors.
Coming up this Friday.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here. Completely new group for Toronto, and a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. Claire comes in for Nene. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Miller. Pope in a 2-guard. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Terrence Ross is out there with Lowry. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Well, hockey rules supreme here in Canada, but you got to respect these diehard Raptor fans. Even through the losing years, they've shown their support.
It's Beal on the wing. Releases from the wing and drills it. Beal's got 7.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Pope kicks to Lowry. From deep. And it finds the net. Another three-point hit from Pope. Captain Clutch has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Toronto. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Beal.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
Free throw good, Beal. And Beal with his great outside shooting. A nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
And the Wizards making a change here. Humphries checked in. Lowry gets a screen from Pope. The drive by Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists here tonight.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Wall dishes to Beal. Feeds to Humphries. It's Beal on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Humphries. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can climb those, so I'm glad to see him get that one down.
Lowry passes to Pope. And another basket for Toronto.
Well, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's the screen. Now here's Beal. He's guarded by Pope. Seraphin kicks to Beal. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Beal's got 11 points.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean blocked shot, instead a shooting foul, and we'll see free throws coming up right here. The Raptors have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Well, pretty good numbers this season at the line for this club, right around 78% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Up in time. Shot misses. And through one half, it hasn't even been.
All right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game, and we're going to keep...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that...
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my...
Checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. Lou Williams is checked in for Ross. And it's Vasquez in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Washington, Kevin Serafin. He's checked in for Gortat. Webster comes in for Paul Pierce. And Miller's subbed in for Bradley Beal. So on the floor for Washington, Webster and Nene, they're the forwards. Andre Miller is out there with Wall. And it's Serafin in at the 5.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. Rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
The Raptors making a switch here. Pope's checked in. Chris Humphries has checked in for Washington. And the Raptors with the ball. Pass to Pope. Johnson left side. Toronto working the ball around now. And the shot is good.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Grievous Vasquez, a 6'6" point guard out of Venezuela by way of the University of Maryland, is really a good passer and playmaker. Plays with a swagger and moxie that you love to see. You know, a couple seasons back, this guy averaged 9 assists a game.
6 to shoot. And the basket by Webster.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
The Raptors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Pope. The shot from the low post is good. Captain Clutch has got 17 now.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Humphries against Johnson. Humphries dishes to Webster. Humphries with a screen on DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Webster. Pope with the rebound.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. And that's now 19 points for Captain Clutch. Wizards have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Wall attacking. Webster passes to Wall. There's the feed to Humphries. Back to Wall. Picked by Humphries. Off the screen. Wall. That's good. John Wall. Wall's got 14.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Pass to Pope. Vasquez kicks to Pope. Shot from the wing. Again, Toronto.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Wall. Cannot hit. The three-quarter. And our State Farm assist to the game replay. Offensive play. 1 of 8 assists on the night that we've seen from Lowry.
And you got to love that play, guys, but it's been one after another for him all game long. He just has that uncanny awareness of where his teammates are on the court all the time.
Pope in at point guard. Landry Fields out there with Johnson. Then it's Williams. And it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Pope. Kicks it to Webster. The pass to Rice. Shoots the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Here's Humphries. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Webster dishes to Rice. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Williams has got his third rebound tonight. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Here's Temple, defended by Pope. Temple, the pass to Webster. Humphries kicks to Temple. The 11-footer, and that's good for two.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Toronto's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Outside Williams. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Williams gets a screen from Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. It's Fields on the wing. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
What an outstanding pass in transition for the easy 2.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Johnson attacking. No luck. Now Washington takes it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Temple, guarded by Pope. Right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Webster. It's rebounded by Hayes. Balanced scoring, Clark and Steve, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
Well,
right, Steve?
Yeah, pass the cream, too. I mean, while you're at it. I mean, this has been something to watch. I mean, just everybody getting involved.
Webster dishes to Blair. Hayes with the steal. Williams up on top. Wants to get it to Fields and does. Can't get it to go.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Rice passes to Humphries. Pope loose. All by himself. Here's Pope. Finished off the break. Captain Clutch's got 13 points in the second half. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Toronto.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
6 to shoot. Here's Temple, and he uses the glass on the layup. Temple's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Williams kicks to Fields with the shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's now 30 points for Captain Clutch.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Raptors.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
They were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line. You could see it.
I know exactly what you're referring to, Steve. With this victory, they'll win this season series 2-1.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Captain Clutch. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Baseline J on the way. Here's Humphries. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Boy, Chris Humphries is clearly not flashy, but he is a worker on and off the court. Has always been a strong rebound.
That's how we do it. Good work.
All day long.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.